Oh, question for you, right?
Okay.
Would you be open to dating a secretary?
Would I be open to date what?
A secretary.
Yes.
Would you be open to
No.
date a decision? Yes, you're nay.
Now, let me hold y'all right there, right? Let me hold y'all right there.
Because this was my point. There was no if. There was no
No,
maybe.
man
There
can't
was
do
no
that.
why.
No. Because oh my God, but let me land. But let me land. No, let me land. I'll let y'all talk, right? I'll let everybody talk. I'll let everybody talk. My man answered that with no hesitation.
Alright, so today we're going to talk about, do Nigerians date and marry largely based on career and profession? And do you agree that they should or they shouldn't?
I want the woman to answer that
And just for clarification, this is as if, would you date the bus driver or does he have to own the bus driver company?
Not even, they wouldn't even date your guy like that.
The bus rider.
They said, what do you do? You're a boss.
Anyone any bus. The mechanic.
I think this goes back to who you are associating with, you know? Like it just goes back to who you're surrounded by. You know, you can't be the whole bus driver thing. If I'm not taking a bus or if I'm not in places,
Yo.
how would you
I don't ride public transportation.
No. Hey, that's not right.
Next time you meet the bus driver in the store and you know whatever.
Bus drivers don't exist outside of the bus.
You meet the bus driver. You meet the bus driver at bars at Noble.
Hold on.
Yeah,
Chevy, what was that Kevin Hart's movie with the guy who was the chef and then he met what was it?
Light-skinned guy.
Big like a man. Yeah, your own situation, you're thinking,
Come on,
bus
babe.
you.
Boss
And then you
babe.
find out
I'm bus driver. Boss babe, I'm bus driver.
No, let's get this scenario.
you guys should take it.
Bus drivers don't go to
Let me break this scenario.
Why are you saying all your check on one night?
Let me.
That's how you have to live sometimes.
Let me make
Not one night
situation. You guys are on a night out, right? So let's say it's just like a soiree, whatever it is. You come dressed nice and whatnot. Y'all have a great conversation, all that kind of stuff. You're like, oh, let's go out to dinner, right? He's at dinner, like, what do you do? Like, oh, I'm a bus driver. What do you do?
Okay. Oh no, come on.
I don't like this.
Alright, so I do like this question actually. And I don't know, I've heard a lot about this bus driver or bus owner conversation. And it's been really spinning out of control. I think the point that we're really missing at the end of the day is I'm not gonna date someone based on their profession. I will date someone based on their character. Okay? Based on how, based on the chemistry that we have. And if along the line I find out that he's a bus driver or whatever, now, here's the thing.
Why are y'all
That's your opinion. Because I've actually had people in my family judge me for dating someone who they felt dating someone who they felt was career-wise beneath me, right? And that's because I don't look at that. For me, is if we're clicking, if we're vibing, if there's chemistry, and we're feeling each other, that's what I'm focused on. But the reality is, and again, this is coming from personal experience. If I happen to be dating a guy who finds out that I'm doing better than him financially or I have a better career than him financially, it depends on how he handles it. If I'm with a man who can handle the fact that I make more money than him, why am I wasting my time with you? And it comes out, it translates in the way he responds. Like I've dated a guy who was younger than me and there was a lot of friction because of that age thing. Because somehow
why something big that comes, like, are you my age?
So exactly. No, because the person doing that. The reaction is you think because you're older than me or because I'm the man I should have the final say. Almost as if you're preempting that I'm going to try to override you because of the age difference or because of the money difference. Look, respect is something that anybody and everybody deserves. If I'm with a guy who has millions and he doesn't respect me, and I've dumped guys who had a lot of money, but have no respect for me.
Yeah.
Like, I don't care how much millions or how much money. If you don't respect me, I can't be with you. Likewise, if you're somebody who doesn't make as much money as I do, and you don't respect me, or you feel intimidated every time I open my mouth to speak, it's because I make more money than you think you can control this relationship, I'm the man, then that's a problem. I can't go anywhere with it. It's not because you're a bus driver or don't own a bus or whatever, it's because we are not feeling each other anymore. It's like the respect is not there.
So to go back to the original question, you would date a bus driver?
I would date a bus driver if there was chemistry, if we were feeling, and if there's mutual respect.
And they're comfortable.
But there's a lot of ifs.
Yeah,
Leave the ifs. If, and also if, but also am I adding this?
Relationship.
Will you date a bus driver? Leave it like that. Will you date a bus driver? No, I said leave the ifs. Will you date a bus driver?
Will you date a woman that's
You didn't answer the question yet, madam.
Will you date a woman
But madam, you haven't answered the question yet.
Absolutely not.
She did.
He wants me to
No,
answer
there was so many
He wants me
ifs,
to
ifs,
answer it in a way that he can use to
No, just answer yes or no.
I agree, no.
No, you asked a question. Will she date a bus driver?
You know what's interesting?
Can you not answer yes or no?
Guys.
There's so many ifs.
Can we hear from Mama?
You know what's interesting is that right before you jumped on that topic, I was literally about to say the problem is that women say this and men don't believe us. We say this and men don't believe
And that's
us.
projection.
Because you guys would say, oh, before she was even finished, you're already like, that's cap.
Exactly.
Because you have experience.
Exactly.
No, because you have experience.
Who said it?
You did. On video, yes.
Well, I have experience, so
You
we
said
are
it.
back.
So that's
You did.
No, I said it's cap because you never answered the question.
No.
You never answered the question.
I'm finished.
Y'all
Please.
hear
Please.
My thing is that I understand that you guys may have certain experiences with women and sometimes
Yeah.
it's where you live that also
Yeah.
plays a factor. But there are women who genuinely believe the way she believes. The problem is that
beautiful.
that's beautiful. You guys feel like it's so far in PBT, but it's not as far in PBT as y'all believe it is. Your relationship, like she said, may have ended because of other things. And I have male friends who sometimes will not take a step back to think about the other factors of the relationship. And women do it too. Who will not take a step back to think about other factors of why the relationship ended. It must be because of this. It must be because of that. No, I always knew it was because and they will not take time to listen to the person that they're dating to know what the real issue is. And like she just said, I don't think she was trying to make a lot of ifs. I think she was saying valid things. Is her preferred person somebody who makes less than her? No, not preferably. Will she consider it? Yes, and she probably will. She may do it wholeheartedly. I wholeheartedly consider guys who make less than me. And sometimes making less than you it's not always black and white. You don't know what's going on in their lives. But if the man, for me, if the man is enterprising and he has a vision and he's working that makes sense, I absolutely will. But when I say it or when the guys talk to me in the school, I can already tell for them it's not cool for them. And so
And I think we need to hit on that point, right? And this goes into a completely different topic, but you can't have this topic without talking about that. Is the way that we have been raised and the way that we have taught in terms of being men. We have taught to be providers. So you have to understand that it is and I speak from experience. Like, if I'm not in a position that I feel like I can provide and I really care for that person, there is some insecurity in that, because it's like I have a purpose, and the main purpose that I was here to do, the main purpose.
Where the rich women at?
No. The main purpose that I'm here to do, I don't feel like I can do that, right? So my focus entirely is in order to complete that purpose. Now, is having a woman who makes more than me making me feel insecure? No. It's not about the woman, it's about me. I'm comparing myself with me and where I need to go. Now, if I'm in my bag and I'm doing everything I need to do, and I meet someone who's in their bag, that's fine. If I know I've accomplished all the things I want to accomplish, and I still make less than this woman, I have no issue. Because I've accomplished everything I want to
because you
accomplish.
feel like you're working.
But the problem is when a man is in a situation where, let's say, he's going through financial times, he maybe used to have money before, but he got laid off and he meets someone who's making more money than him. I personally believe that it's not necessarily about, it's like, no, I know where I could be. That's where my security is within me, about me, you know what I'm saying? And because I know where I could be, and I've had that you know what I'm saying, that experience, or I've been around people, or I know people, or all that kind of stuff, and I know that's somewhere I could go, that's why I'm feeling insecure. That's why I'm feeling I don't want to be with you, because I don't feel as accomplished in me. You know what I'm saying? So I feel like there are some people who, yeah, they're out, because like I said, I don't mind on making more money. Shoot, money you make, we make this money we make.
Have you ever actually dated someone who made more money than you?
Yes.
You have?
Yes.
Like a significant amount of money?
No.
Yeah, I don't know.
You've never?
I don't know.
No. My younger,
I mean,
Because
okay.
you feel like you make a good amount, or you is it because you will not date a woman who makes? You usually don't go
The
for a woman
first
who
one.
makes so much more.
No, where they at?
But I'm
Just
saying,
curious.
I was in a position
Circumstantial.
where I was dating someone, they had a lot more money than me, especially because I got laid off. And
Okay.
it was for a time period. I ain't talking about laid off like 1 year. I'm talking like 1 month. Like I was talking about like laid off for 1 year.
Wow.
And in that position, even though I was striving and doing everything I can, it took a certain length for her to still be like, okay, you got this, you did all that kind of stuff. And I hate to say it, but a lot of women, it's kind of like your role is to provide, is to protect, and it's like you're not doing what you know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
What-
and that's
what-
I
what
feel
I
like you're
found
already doing
into-
all those things, and then
Exactly.
circumstances
So, but
change.
that's the thing.
Exactly.
It's different.
Honestly, educate a man like you. A lot of women would date if you were laid off because they know that you're a man with plenty to go and
Yeah.
There are men in your situation
I could also speak for those girls.
that have become comfortable,
You'll just see.
and they'll say the woman doesn't want to accept them where they are. But
It's not even that. What about the men that don't want to do nothing with their life but want to,
The
tell the
woman
woman,
to submit.
they want the woman to submit. So
Submit
not only
to
that, they
nothing.
want to tell the woman what to do with her money because he's the
As
man.
a man, that's the thing. It's insecurity
Money.
and yeah, whatever your finances are.
But let's be realistic. Anybody who says they'll date someone because of their financial or because of their profession is setting themselves up for failure. That's just the truth, because there's no position that's permanent. And even if you have a job that is solid, like you're a doctor or whatever, you can have an accident tomorrow. You can be sick tomorrow. Anything can happen. So
Hey,
then
someone
what?
who said
You know what I mean?
it
So
is
anybody.
very
So my thing is, a lot of times when guys, say that women are looking for men with a certain financial status, the reality is those type of guys are putting their eyes on those type of women that have positioned themselves for that. Is there something wrong with it? No. Stop looking at those women if you think those women are wrong. Go look for women that match you.
Everything ties back into.
You know what I mean? Like, find someone who matches, because there are women who they want
Should be, it's not where
they
you
want
look
to be
that you
eye
find.
candy. They
It's
want
not
to
always where you look that you find. You be, okay, I fishy,
Yeah.
nothing come. You say, let's take a
But
break.
don't
Let me go
begrudge
back.
somebody,
Oh,
don't begrudge somebody what they want. I'm not gonna sit here and say because I will date someone who is a bus driver, because I will date somebody who is not financially my equal, if they have integrity, then I will judge somebody else who chooses to marry somebody who is only a millionaire.
Yeah.
That's not my place to judge. That's what they want. If they can find that, they're entitled to that. I'm not gonna say, but when the problem is, a lot of times you have guys condemning those women because but those same guys are the guys, those same guys who are the same guys with their bald head and their pot belly, who say because they have money they want what they call it, arm candy, a pretty girl by their side. They're not looking for quality, they're just looking for, the superficial. And then they want to judge a woman for wanting superficial. Like, come on, let's keep it real. Everybody has their
Everybody's
standards.
transactional.
There's nothing wrong with a woman saying she wants a man
I'm not
who's a
at a point.
millionaire.
No, bro, no.
Emeka hasn't spoken. I want to hear what Emeka has to say. Because
After me, Mecca, I have to schedule.
I'm chilling.
No, you can content finish. So.
Okay, I'm on.
But I wanted to go back to the question.
Okay.
Would you mind repeating it one more time for me?
Sure.
If
Put
you
me on the
remember
spot.
it.
Do Nigerians date and marry largely based on career and profession?
Okay. So I think generally it does play a part, and not necessarily just because of the person, but even sometimes because of their family members, right? Like I've had a friend who, and this was a guy, and he might watch this, so sorry, I'm not gonna say any names. Though.
Yeah,
But I have a friend who he was dating somebody and who people thought he would marry, but because she didn't finish her degree, his family wouldn't allow him to marry her because she didn't have her degree. And for us, that's like, okay, but because most of us here have at least our first degrees, right? And so for them, it became like this a requirement if you're gonna bring somebody into this family, she needs to at least have a degree, and she hasn't gotten it yet. Now, there were extenuating circumstances that put her in that position, but that didn't matter to them. And so I do believe that there is, and that's just one example, right? I do believe that there's a checklist, right, that families and people have that makes somebody qualified or eligible for marriage. And I think it didn't just start in our generation. I think something that our parents' generation went through for different things as well, which is why there are a lot of marriages that were put together because they checked each other's box off and they worked and the families liked them, but they didn't even take time to even learn themselves. And that's why I feel like that contributes to a lot of the broken marriages we see in our parents. Even though they're still together, they're still broken, you know? And a lot of times people got together, maybe one out of survival because, you know, immigrants, they move to a new country, they see themselves, they stop caring themselves, they make children, they whatever. Because for them it was, you know, marriage was we fit each other's picture, so, and we're attracted to each other, so it must work out. And now, like, I don't know if it's social media or like this this overflow of knowledge, that we're now taking a step that we even get the opportunity now because of technology, because of difference in society and how things are now. We get to take a step back and look at marriage and, you know, see what the definition of it is depending on, I guess, what your culture and religion is. And now kind of try to make decisions that make more sense for ourselves. But I will say that checklist, still even till today, there are people who are getting married that they're with another woman or with another man the night before. And it's not that they love this person, it's not that they feel like this person is their person, it's that it works. So according to our families and according to ourselves, and when we have our checklist, it works, so let's do it. And for our future. I want to have a successful future. I built my life set up for success. I'm on a path of success. You're set up on a path of success by what I've seen. Don't know if you're crazy or not. Don't know if you actually want to be successful. Don't know if you only did these things to satisfy your parents. Don't know if you're planning to drop the ball on me tomorrow. But because of what I see makes sense, and you've checked my boxes so far, and I've checked my boxes, and according to society, I'm an upstanding citizen, no matter what type of pain and trauma I cause people by the words that I say and the actions that I do with them, and I have no I take no responsibility. Those things don't matter, because I am an upstanding citizen, and I am and the top of my whatever, and you are too. So let's get together and make it happen.
You know, this reminds me of side note. Have you guys watched Bridgerton? This is like literally the whole.
Yeah, and that's how marriages used to be back in the day. Marriage has and always has been a union of, you know,
even
families.
Business.
Yeah.
You have this company, I have this company. I don't want my company to go wayward into them.
It's not a
So let's our children get married. So our companies will always stay within our families.
Or stay within our lineage,
Yes.
and, you know, keep the couple, or even sometimes as a way to quell disputes, you know, communities fighting, oh, let's marry the daughter of this king and the son of this king, so we can keep the peace and things like that. It's only in recent times that people have started considering love and feelings when it comes to marriage.
Next, Bell, please.
Yeah, I love love.
Yeah, I'm certified lover girl. For anybody that's watching.
Certified. Certification.
Bro, question for you, right?
Okay.
Would you be open to dating a secretary?
Would I be open to date? What?
Secretary.
Yes.
Would you be open to
No.
dating a citizen?
Yes, see your name. But not
Now, let me hold y'all right there, right? Let me hold y'all right there, because this was my point. There was no if, there was no maybe, there was no why.
No.
Because let me land. I'll let y'all talk, right? I'll let everybody talk. My man answered that with no hesitation. There was no if she's going where, if she's studying this, if she's thinking about inventing the next, if she's developing the next app. No, there was none of that bullshit. Yes. And that is the difference. And that is the point I'm trying to make. Is that, we don't have, we let you talk, madam. You're looking lovely. We let you talk. There was no stipulations. There was none of these presumptions. None of this with men. That's what we don't do. Y'all presume, even on the other side, even you being on the upper hand, having more money, still presume that the man with less money is going to be feeling inferior. He's going to be saying, oh, because of my age, because of my wage gap, because of this, because of that.
Can I say something?
Why? Why y'all always see how they won't let me cook? They won't let me cook. My chef there for kitchen. Let me cook. It's rhetorical. And there's a lot more experience. I have the personal experience, so does my man. So this isn't where women have made way more than us, and we was cool. We was chilling. Oh, you the check, baby? Thank you. And Jack, now you don't believe it, right? Now it's cap, right? Now it's cap, right? Thank you. I
preferable. But
Okay,
here's the
it's
thing.
not
Listen. Are you going to date a nurse because she's a nurse?
Yeah.
Are you going to marry her because she's a nurse?
I'm not gonna marry
I didn't ask that.
Are you marrying her because she's a
But
nurse?
she's asking her own question.
Okay, how that's different from.
Are you marrying her because she's a secretary? Okay, are you going to look at other qualities besides the fact that she's a nurse?
But that's not the point, though. But that's not the point.
No.
The point is, before we even get to the quality, wait, let me land. Before we even get to knowing the qualities, the character, all these things, which
But
you
I
stated,
did say I would
let
date
me
a bus driver. Did I
land.
not?
You never said it.
I did.
No, after the gift. No, I'm saying initially. I'm saying point blank question. No, I'm saying. And then it is. I'm saying point blank question. When you did a bus driver, you couldn't answer yes or no. You have to add all the ingredients. You have to add Maggi. No. You have to add cayenne pepper. You have to add lemon pepper, garlic and herb. No. Answer the thing. Answer the thing straight up.
And I'm not asking you
No.
as a caveat, which is the caveat that I put to my
Why you adding caveats? Don't ask for caveats. Answer the question.
Wait,
You
listen.
say caveat.
Listen. So here's the thing. Are you going to marry a secretary because she's a secretary?
We didn't ask
Or
that.
are you going to look at other qualities?
No, I'm just gonna look at other
Are you going to look at other qualities? I mean, guy has been shaking his head since I asked this question.
Anybody's gonna look at other qualities. That's not the point. You're shifting the goalpost. That's my question. You're shifting the goalpost.
Answering your question.
Hold on.
I'm happy, everybody's just like.
Can we hear from Ola next?
Step up, wait.
But it's cap, bro. All of us conclusively I said, hey, we all been in that position.
Hold on.
It's cap. I know, I'm not saying that. Why is it cap? What we said it.
Hold on.
But when you all dated with the, oh, you think you're not my mate, like that was not cap.
Hold on. I want two people to talk. Okay, Victor, I want you to talk. And I want Ola to talk. Everyone is dominating the floor.
Still waiting.
I'm like, it's like everything that anybody says here, you're going to argue with it. I was the first to answer, right? And I was like, I was a little iffy about it. Everybody was like, oh my God, see her. But then she answers that she would if X, Y, Z. And you still have a problem with that. Like, what exactly is the issue
I
here?
just said it. Why does it have to be a stipulation with the
Because
men? Why does it have to be a stipulation with our profession? We never gave I just gave an example. We didn't have any stipulations when we asked for the women. When we said, what women would you date? And then they said yes, and left it there.
What's wrong with her saying?
Because you're making a lot of presumptions about you having an upper hand in the relationship when we didn't say that. We never had that. That's what I'm saying. She just talked about how the age difference was a problem. She just talked about how the money difference was a problem. That's presumption. No, you said most men. You said most men. But how does that work feel that?
Let Ola finish,
The
please.
thing is, right? Okay, so she's dating the bus driver, right? And it doesn't work out because let's say that he dogs her out or he's insecure and like he's being physically or emotionally abusive to her. Everybody is going to be like, oh well, she should have chosen better.
Who's everybody?
Society.
Because the same millionaire could have dogged her out too. You wouldn't say the same thing?
Exactly.
What we said?
This is not what I said. This is not what I said.
What does that have to do with
This is
anything?
not what I said. This is not what I said. Exactly what I
That's
said.
exactly what she said.
Look,
She said even if it was a millionaire, he was still.
But I'm saying, what does that have to do with that has nothing to do with the presumption? That's what I'm talking
She
about.
just gave an entire different answer.
So for me, I think it's important to find somebody who fits your vision of life. If you don't have a bus driver vision of life, you shouldn't be dating a bus driver. Me, I don't have a secretary vision of life. I won't be dating a
Bus
secretary.
drivers are married to regular people.
That's it. But it's people who align with them. If you want somebody who's an entrepreneur, you shouldn't be dating a bus driver. That makes sense. If you want somebody who's more business minded, I wouldn't be dating a secretary. I date a travel nurse. Travel nurse, shout out to y'all. But that's just where I'm at with it. Like I would play the like you said, probable, impossible. It's possible to date a secretary, but would I go dating secretaries trying to find the exception? Probably not.
But that's a secretary to be an entrepreneur tomorrow.
For the record, I don't have a problem. She should have started that already.
Okay. So it all goes back to this, yeah?
In conclusion.
In conclusion. it all goes back to this. I believe that whatever career, whatever our mindset is in terms of where we want our future to go, we choose as individuals what our stipulations are in terms of who we want to
And
be.
that's okay.
There's nothing wrong with that.
Yeah.
There's nothing wrong with that. So whether it's like a hands down, oh yeah, sure, I'll do that, or it's an if and then,
That's
that's
okay.
fine. As long as, to me, I feel like we're all here saying that we're pretty much open-minded to it if they hit certain things. It's not everyone and anything that's just going to
Exactly.
So, are we good? So we all good with that?
For more DXR media content, follow us on our socials. More content's on the way.